Hi shooters, here to introduce the Atlas Athena, the most popular model at Atlas Gunworks. The reason for that's a couple of things. One, it's a purpose-built 9mm. Atlas was the first company to design a gun specifically around factory 9mm ammo. And so if we're looking at an energy band, sometimes power factor's an indicator of that. So call it 130 power factor. Power factor is your bullet speed times the weight. And so again, factory 9mm, white box ammo, whatever, this platform will eat that up. So this has a sister gun, the Hyperion, which came first. That's an iron-sighted version. Otherwise, besides that and slide cuts, they're identical to the same platform, the same gun. We only build them in 9mm because it was purpose-built for 9mm. This platform is designed around perfect zero, getting the gun to return to where it came from without bouncing, in 9mm only. So it's a 9mm gun. To get that perfect zero, what we had to do was custom design this setup from the ground up. It's a 4.6-inch slide and frame and barrel, none of which existed at the time. And then matted that to an aluminum grip. This is the moderate texture. It is the grippiest aluminum grip without getting the aggressive texture. It's got our new Magwell, version 2 Magwell. It's a little bit smaller, but still has just a little bit extra room in case you miss your reload. It also holds your hand up in the gun nicely. On the Alpha grips, which are equipped on all the version 2 guns, adjustable panels here for weight, size, and shape. The Magwell also holds the panels on the bottom. It's the retention ring for the panels. Gephardt trigger system, 1 3/4 pound trigger standard. Gen 2 slide stop that works, so it's a lockback slide stop. We put a little bit of a back angle on the pin engagement here on the slide stop side, so it has even pressure throughout the movement versus a standard one which is flat and has increasing pressure. Gen 2 thumb safeties on the version 2 guns. Same good angle, amazing angle. We reduced some of the material here so it fits more hand sizes. So we went from fitting about 85% of shooters' hands to 90% of shooters' hands. Beaver tail, which is not a grip safety, no grip safeties on version 2 Atlas guns. The guns always come with a tack reel. They can be ordered without. They always come with a matte finish. Again, custom shop can do polished flats. There's 3 color options. This happens to be a hard chrome gun, so hard chrome frame and slide, DLC black, everything else. We have an all DLC black version. You can imagine what that looks like. And then we have a 2-tone, so that's DLC black slide, frame, and grip. That includes the beaver tail and the mag catch. And then stainless steel beaver tail, thumb safeties, slide stop, and hammer is going to be silver as well, and a polished barrel. The barrels are always a little shinier because they need to be polished for function. And then the red dot plate system is what sets the Athena apart. We run a 250 front sight which pairs with all the Trijicon sights for a 1/3 co-witness rear sight that comes on here that's fixed. We put serrations on that sight for you. The guns can be run with either this rear plate that has an adjustable sight built in, so maximum availability. Again, it works with the 250 front sight, no need to change your front sight. If you want to change between the two, and the rear sight plate was, or the adjustable plate was on here, it's just 2 screws off, 2 screws to mount this red dot plate system, and then 2 more screws to put your red dot sight on there. All the red dot sights run a different footprint, so we make plates for all the popular sights, and we'll continue to do that as new sights become available. This happens to be for an SRO or an RMR. Trijicon uses the same footprint for those 2 sights. Those are our recommended sight at the time. It's hard to beat an SRO. That's what I'm running on all my guns at the moment. It's the most rugged, has a nice dot, and has a bunch of very good features as well. Putting an optic on a slide ride, they get a fair amount more abuse than a frame-mounted one. So again, the Trijicon is the leader at the moment. It also works perfectly with the sight system. So the height of your rear sight will determine how high your rear sight has to be, which will change your front sight height. So the nice low 250 setup works well. It's a good medium balance. The gun can always be run without the rear sight on. So if you're looking to switch between the two, you can, and you don't mind running fixed rear, you can just put your red dot sight on, run it, 2 bolts later, red dot comes off, and you're back to running fixed irons. If you're going to do irons more often or all the time, then you can move back to the adjustable plate, which is tri-top cut to meet the slide. Blends very nicely. Hope to see you guys on the range soon.